see. Okay. And I'm going to start streaming live. I like
Malika, you look fabulous.
I know your hair.
The whole,
so jealous.
Everything. Oh my God. Well done.
I love the speaker too.
Yes. The whole thing. It's the whole thing.
I'm trying a new webcam. I'm trying to listen. You guys I see over there at the Breakthrough Boot Camp, you've got all sorts of setup going on over there.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. I just don't look as stylish as you. I came in from running our weekly errands, and I figured, oh well, more important that I'm here than that I look the way I had wanted to look.
Well, so purple is my favorite color. It's also one of my brand colors. But this is my Feel Better jacket. So sometimes you just don't feel like getting up and doing all this crap that you have to do. And so I put on my Feel Better jacket because it's not even that it's not good things you have to do. Sometimes there are good things you need to do. You just don't feel like doing it for some reason. Yep. So I put on my jacket and it's like, okay, get your stuff together, lady.
That's right. I'm feeling better today than yesterday.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I guess
I'll just leave that there and
feel better in the moment jacket, right? It's I feel better now jacket.
Thank you, Linda. You got it.
That's right. Feel better in the moment. Okay, so let me see. We are streaming live, and I'm super excited today about what we have planned for you. My co-host in arms, Brenda Geary, is here in the house. Woo woo, Brenda.
Good morning.
Hey, does anybody know? Is there a way for you to, I know that you can move people around on your screen, which if you didn't know that, it's kind of fun. So like if you wanted to take a picture of you with somebody else, you would just on your computer.
You drag the blocks over.
Yeah, you just click on it and just drag the block wherever you want it to be, which is kind of cool because if you're doing a streaming with, I've been on streamers with, people who are pretty well known in the world. And I'm like, I'll just put my picture right next to him. I'll get a picture of me with that person, So it's kind of fun. So you can
go like, there's Linda.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know which way I'm pointing. So there you go. So that's just kind of a fun little Zoom tip. And for those who aren't aware that you can also have like a Zoom background, they have all these different backgrounds you can have. If you wanted to do that and play around with it during this networking event, by all means, please do, because I'm not like one of those that's really strict on like what everything looks like and how you need to do this and that. But, play around with it. This is the time to play because this group is a judgment-free safe zone. And really, I want to provide as much value as I can. So whether that's giving tips here and there or whatever it is, I see Marianne has her hand already raised and we haven't even started the meeting. And Marianne's already got her hand up. What's up, Marianne? What's up?
I didn't understand what you said about moving the box.
Okay.
I tried to do it and it didn't work. So
it didn't work for me either.
Yeah, it didn't work for me either. I'm on a Mac.
I just did it and I'm on the Mac and it worked.
Yeah, okay. So I did it for me.
Didn't know you could do that.
I clicked on the image. I just put my cursor, my mousey, I put my cursor on the image. Like right now, I am about to move Malika over. So I clicked on her image and then I just dragged her down. I just clicked and then drag.
I think it depends on the device and the system that you have.
Yeah, I'm using a Mac and I was able to drag the box around.
I want to change my background. How do I do that?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you how to change your background really quickly. So first, obviously, some of them, it's going to work for some people and not some of these things because, Zoom, just like any other platform out there, they're constantly upgrading. As you see, Kathy is now, I don't know where she is, but she's in a multi-bazillion-dollar house. I love it. I love it. Malika, I don't know. Malika's on stage.
I wish. Wishful thinking.
It's awesome for you, Malika.
Manifestation.
So for those who don't know how they did that, what you want to do is you have to do it on your computer, I believe. I'm not sure. You might be able to do it on your phone, but I'm going to tell you from your computer. On the bottom left-hand side, you'll see where it has mute and video or stop video. Click the caret, the little drop up, because it's an up-facing caret next to stop video, and choose virtual background. Now you can add your own photos. Like for example, you see right now behind me, I have all these books. This is my own photo. Here's a fun photo. I like this one. the little girl. That's like me when I'm 5, right? Like that's all of us when we're 5. You can also add video. So cool. If you have something you're promoting, and like, for example, I'm writing this book called Invincible Forevermore. And if you have something you want to promote, you can create a short video and put that up here on Zoom as well. This video is about close to 3 minutes long. So I just play with it, like see what'll work, right? Or I have this other background here. So you can click on virtual backgrounds and there'll be some Zoom preset backgrounds there. But like I said, you can upload your own and you'll see a plus sign next to it where you can add your own image or video.
Good.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. A lot of fun. Just play around with it. This is a great place to play around with it. And if you are distracted by the ladies who are playing around with it, just don't look at their squares. Okay. So I'm excited about today's meeting. Marianne has her hand up again. Yes, Marianne.
It didn't work. What am I doing wrong?
It may just depend on your device and the system version that you're using.
Yeah. So you might need to upgrade your Zoom. It's possible as well.
Hey, Marianne.
If my cell phone is stashed
go to the top right corner and hit view and go to gallery view first.
Who's talking?
This is Sherry.
Okay.
I couldn't do it at first and I figured it out. So what I did is I went to the top right-hand corner where it said view and I went to gallery view first and then it let me move things around.
Wait a second. So when you're on your little video icon on the bottom.
I'm going to send you two to a breakout room to figure this out. No. Okay.
Sorry, I give myself a mustache. I can't handle it.
Oh yeah.
I gotta take that off. I'm not gonna be able to be serious.
Just know I'm asking questions that people are too afraid to ask.
Okay, so
sorry,
Marianne, you're having a virtual background.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm not sure. You're like.
Hi everyone. Linda, you also need like a single color sheet or like the green from the back. No.
No. You don't need a green.
It doesn't go on and off.
However, for some people, depending on your device, if you don't have a green screen, it makes it bleed. So having a green screen optimally.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because some people don't, like right now, Risa, but she's going in and out. So yeah.
Mine doesn't work.
Okay. So
what's cool though is if you're doing like earlier, Lorna was on here a little bit earlier. All right, Nicole, awesome. Lorna was on here a little bit earlier. She has a location where she's outdoors. So when it gets dark outside, she doesn't have very good lighting. So you kind of lose her. She can switch to a virtual background at night. See, so it's kind of cool. You can play around with it. Joyla looks awesome. I love it. I've known Joyla since junior high school, Joyla? Aww. Yeah, since junior high school. So we got our Castle Parkers in the house. We're here. So normally I don't start the meetings this way, but I just thought, I just wanted to share some fun little things that we can do. I see some chat coming in here. And let me see, how do you change the background? Good question, Corinne. So go back.
I needed a good laugh. Thank you. I found all kinds of fun things you could do to your face.
Oh my God. Yeah. Beard and mustache. Oh, and you can do eyebrows. So like if your eyebrows aren't fully filled in, you can click on the eyebrows and it'll give you eyebrows. So it's a lot of fun.
And I'm not finding all this stuff.
Exactly.
Oh my, who knew?
Marianne's got FOMO right now.
So when you have to jump on a Zoom call for work and you haven't done your makeup, you just put on your Zoom eyebrows and your Zoom lipstick and you're good to go.
Does it look real? You look good or a clown like it?
Like a clown.
I did it. Who wants to try it?
That's your own interpretation.
You guys can see.
So Corinne, how you do it is when you go back in there, there's one that says none. I see you went back, right? You have what I would call a virtual background that we all want to steal, right? You have a great background and that's your real background. I love it. So it's a lot of fun to play around with these things, of course. And, if you want to have fun, go have at it. When I run out of lipstick, I have a solution. Exactly. They have different colors. Like I did the purple. I thought that was kind of fun. Yeah. So Sandra, play around with it, because I know sometimes you have a very interesting background, and you can, try the virtual background and see what it does for you, so that you have, it's like, this is not my house, obviously. I have a different screen behind me, but it's just kind of fun to mix it up. I see Sherry, how she put up some contact information. Sherry, I would probably make that a little bit more, bigger and more bold. I mean, if you're going to do that, do it so it counts, like make it count.
Red.
Yeah. Something that's going to really stick out, a different color, or, but I would make it bigger, and I would probably put the email address on top, so your head's not cutting it off, so there we go. Yeah. So make it count. That's kind of hard to read. But yeah, just make it count. This is that space that you're using, right? So you might as well make it count. So anyway, welcome to the Women Action Takers Networking Show, as I like to call it. And
yes? I'm in the dark. I know I look like I'm in the dark, but let me ask you, what Facebook page is this being streamed on? Because I'm trying to find it.
Oh, the Women Action Takers Network.
Women Action Takers Network.
Malika, I love the purple. Oh my gosh, she put the purple lipstick on. It looks awesome.
I love it. That's awesome.
You are rocking that, girl. I cannot rock purple. I don't have any lips already, so it just makes it look like I have a big line of purple, like I drew on, like, what's that? What was that? Harold with a purple crayon. Did you guys read that book when you were kids? Oh my God, I love that.
I finally have eyebrows with this stuff too, because I don't have lips or eyebrows. My husband's going to love this feature.
Where do you get that from? Is that just under the filters?
It's the studio effects on the bottom right.
Do you see that? So you should maybe see it. I would show screen, but you can't show. This is the one thing I can't show. But on the very bottom right, it saes Studio Effects Beta. So, okay, who here is having FOMO because you don't have access to all of these things?
I don't have that.
Go get your lipstick, ladies.
I don't have Studio Effects.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe you have an Apple. Maybe it's different.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's a beta, so maybe it's only for Android or.
Awesome. Okay. Well, welcome to the show. We're going to have a lot of fun today. And, it's funny because as I go through they're called my essence words. One of my top words is fun. Like, I love to have fun. And I find myself in this COVID situation that I'm not having nearly as much fun as I want to have. And so, coming to these kinds of events like this really helps me to tap into more people. I'm a people person. I love to be around crowds. And what's interesting about that is I'm actually a shy person. I know people don't believe me, but it's true. I'm a shy person when I approach people, but once I'm in the crowd, I'm like, I light up, and it's really my place to be. So I love these things. They're a lot of fun, and I need to do more of them. Frankly, I need to just do more of them. Nicole, you're outside and it's not raining and it's not freezing. Where the heck are you?
65 and sunny in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. That's like something to cherish in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Welcome to summer, Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy. It's really weird for this time of year. So
enjoy it while it lasts.
Yes. So, okay, what we're going to do, I'm excited because I was talking to Brenda yesterday and talking about the networking event. And, we go to networking events, and a lot of networking events run kind of like the same style. So when I first started doing this networking event, we actually met once a month, and we met it was like 6 or 7 hours at somebody's house doing a potluck. We're doing the in-person thing, and I was really enjoying that, and all the ladies were enjoying that. We got to the point where we were having like about 40 something women showing up at somebody's house. It was a lot of fun. And then COVID hit, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? I guess I just won't have my networking event. I kind of like went into a form of depression, because I love this stuff so much. And I love bringing people together. I'm known as the queen of collaboration because I bring people together. And I wasn't able to do that during COVID. So I found, some of my mentors and, that hold events, I found them doing them online. I was like, okay, I'll go online too and do it. So what happened is I started following the format of other people because, we emulate what we like, right? But then also sometimes we just emulate what's out there because we don't know what else is out there. So this week I started thinking about the networking event, and I've really had a great time doing it, but I want to do it differently. I want to do it so that there's more value. There's already a ton of value, but I want there to be more value and a different type of value. So what we're switching to is every other session. First of all, let's mark your calendars. Starting in January, we will be the second and fourth Saturday every month. Not every other Saturday, because it got too confusing. So we're going to starting in January, the second and fourth Saturday every month. So we're going to do twice a month. And here's how we're going to structure it. The second Saturday of every month, we're going to do what we're going to do today, but it'll be different formats every time, but it'll be similar to this. This is going to be specifically a networking event. We're not going to have any speakers on the second Saturday of any months. It'll all be about networking, whether it's maybe that we'll have some networking education, but we're not going to have a speaker that's going to come in and teach us about something. The fourth Saturday of every month, however, we will do the networking in addition to having a speaker. I have access to some crazy, amazing mentors, and I'm tapping into them to bring them to these networking events because I want you to be able to learn from those that I've learned from. I've had honor and privilege to have lunch with Jack Canfield, just Jack Canfield and I, and sitting with Les Brown for a couple hours for him to help me with my signature speech. I interviewed Wesley Snipes on the red carpet. I interviewed the president of Mexico in his presidential suite. And those are just a sampling of some of the people that I've been connected with. I don't share that to brag. I share that to share that I'm going to be sharing those people with you too. So, we want to, in life, if you're looking to grow, then you need to be around people who are further along than you are, right? So you can learn from them. And so my goal here for this networking event, the Women Action Takers, is to inspire and motivate to take action. That's what it's all about, because nothing happens without action. So whether it's through the networking interactions that we're going to be doing, we'll be doing different styles of networking, on that, again, that second Saturday every month. We're going to do this today too. And so what we have planned for today, I'm going to have Brenda share, what we have planned for today, but I just wanted to share with you what I see for the future for this networking event. I want it to be different. I'm tired of being in a box. And why do I put myself in the box in the first place? I don't want to be in a box. So why do I do that? It's just something that kind of seems to happen. And then I realize, oh my God, I feel like a freaking pantomime. I want to get out of this box. And so I just open up the box and jump right out. So that's what we're doing today. Super excited about this event. We've got some more ladies that will be hopping in and out. There's no structure for this meeting. I don't require you to show up at a certain time, or, you don't need to say, I'm going to leave. Is that okay? Do not ask for permission. You don't need permission here. Okay. I want you, this is for you. This is for you. Let me take that back. This is for you and for me, because otherwise, why would I be doing it? Right. I love bringing people together. And this is one of the ways that I can do that. So with all that said, if you don't know who I am, I'm your hostess, Linda Sunshine West, and I'm known as the Queen of Collaboration because I bring people together in events like this, as well as my collaboration books. I have a referral network. So there's many, many ways that we could work together. If you're interested in that, just reach out to me. And I want to turn it over to Brenda Geary. So Brenda, go ahead and explain to the ladies, how we're going to run this meeting. But also, if you have any questions while Brenda's sharing, or any questions for me or anybody else, type them in the chat. Oh, and what I forgot to ask everybody to do is go ahead and in the chat, why don't you share with us where you're tuning in from? Brenda, you got the floor, lady.
Awesome. Hey, ladies, I'm so glad to be here. It's always such a pleasure. So Lynn and I were talking, and so what we're going to do today, we're going to do this a little bit differently. When you guys are out networking, you'll be asked to do either a 30-second introduction, maybe sometimes 45 seconds, or a minute. And when you are asked to do those, you want to put your best face forward, right? And so with a lot of networking groups, if you can hone a 30-second introduction, then you can certainly get to a 45-second and to a minute. So what we've been working on here are 30-second introductions. And you want to make those powerful. And you also, if you know that every time you show up for Women Action Takers, that you're going to have 30 seconds, because that's what we give, 30 seconds, then you want to come. Now, this is a judgment-free zone. That's what I want to say first of all, right? But we do also here at Women Action Takers want to help people to elevate, right? And so we're going to be working today on our 30-second introductions. And what we're going to do in a few minutes, not just yet, but in a few minutes, we're going to break you guys out into groups, and we're going to give you an opportunity to share your 30-second intro, what you would normally do as a 30-second introduction with the people that you're in a breakout with. Share a little bit about who you are, who you serve, what people like about you. Just have a conversation for about 5 minutes. Are we going to give everyone 5 minutes or 7 minutes, Linda?
Well, we talked about that 7.5 minutes. So let's split the difference. Let's do 6.
Okay, so in your groups, you're going to have 6 minutes to share what's really relevant about who you are, what you do, so that the folks listening, so that you share who you are, what you do, who you serve, and then you're going to give your group your 30-second commercial, your 30-second introduction. There's going to be an opportunity for the people in your group to give you feedback on what you heard, what could make it better, what is it about your introduction that's really powerful, or maybe it's still too ambiguous. So take their feedback. So everyone's going to have an opportunity to, in the group, get to know each other a little bit better, share a little bit about yourself, your introduction, and then we're going to all come back here as a group. And then everyone's going to have 2 minutes. We're just going to kind of go radio silent. It's going to be just a working session. You're going to have 2 minutes to maybe just, and I encourage you guys to get some paper notes, but you're going to have 2 minutes where you can write, rewrite, or hone your 30-second introduction. And then we're going to go around the room like we would normally do and have everyone share their 30-second introduction. So does that make sense, you guys? Yeah. And so as you're thinking about your introduction and as you're listening to the other ladies, here are a couple of things I want you guys to think about. When you're sharing your 30-second introduction, are you sharing who do you serve? How you add value? Who's a great referral partner? Who can folks connect you to? What makes you unique? What do your customers love about you? Those types of things. Now, that's a lot to think about, right? And you can't get all of that in a 30-second introduction. So choose the pieces that are the ones that are most important for you, that you want to be able to address in your introduction. Any questions? Everyone's got it? So, yes.
No, because I missed the sequence. We're not doing our 30 seconds until we've told people who we are, what we're doing, and how we serve.
Right. So you're going to go into the breakout rooms, and I don't know how many. Are you going to put 3 and 3, Linda?
3 and 3.
How many people are you going to put?
Let's see. 1, 2. My math's not very good. Let's see.
But while Linda's figuring that out,
yeah.
So you're going to have maybe either 3 or 4 people in the room. Each of you guys are going to have 6 minutes to tell a little about who you are, who you serve. Share, why you got into whatever business you got into. Then you're going to share with the group your 30-second introduction. And you're going to give people an opportunity to give you feedback on your introduction. All during that. I think we should do 7 minutes, Linda.
I think so too. And we're going to do 3 people in a breakout room.
Okay.
So Brenda, that will send you into a breakout room.
Okay.
And I'll be here by myself.
So during that, so think about that. Each person's going to have 7 minutes within that great breakout room. So within that 7 minutes, you're going to be sharing a little about who you are. Maybe that's 3 to 4 minutes, right? You're going to share your 30-second introduction, and then you're going to want to leave maybe 2 minutes for the group to give you feedback so that enough of the other ladies can give you feedback on what they heard. Just make an interaction. You guys, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this is just an opportunity for people to hear our introductions and for them to give us feedback on whether it's effective or what we can do to maybe just hone it just a little bit more. And then when we all come back after 21 minutes, after we all come back, you're gonna have 2 minutes of silence within the group to hone it, rewrite it, do whatever it is that you want to do to fix it up. And then we're all going to share our 30-second introductions. And when we do that today, guys, don't be afraid to have your notes. Don't be afraid to read from your notes. Don't think it's got to be perfect. Again, we're doing this as a working exercise today.
Awesome. Any additional questions? Cynthia.
She said 21 minutes later, so each one of us are going to have 7 minutes?
In your breakout group, you're all going to have 7 minutes. And within that 7 minutes, you're going to accomplish sharing who you are, a little bit about your background, getting to know the ladies. You're going to do your 30 seconds. And you're going to want to give at least 2 minutes, I think, of that 7 minutes for feedback. But you guys can figure that out in your breakout groups.
Yeah. And the thing is that if you don't, because you know, some people are easier at jabbering. I'm one of them, you know, and some people don't talk a lot, and that's okay. So there's no pressure to like have something to say for 5 full minutes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So So it's 7 minutes maximum per person. And I'm going to, as we get to like that 2 minutes left in your time, I'm going to send a message to everybody, and I hope it works where you actually see the message. So you'll know when you have 2 minutes left, and then I'll do like a 30 seconds left or 1 minute left. And then you'll know you have only 1 minute left per person. And then I'll say switch. Now, when it comes time for the switch, go ahead, Brenda.
And if someone has a cell phone with them, you guys can also have somebody within your breakout group be assigned a little timer as well. You guys can, you know, work amongst that yourselves as well.
Now, I know Abigail is not able to be on camera, so she has those boys with her, so she won't be break. Is there anybody else that either doesn't want to do this? And you know, no worries, there's no judgment here. So is there anybody who does not want to do this? Go ahead and send me a private message if you want, or just raise your hand and say, I don't want to meet any of these ladies today. Or is there anybody who's got so much noise that it would be a distraction to everybody else? You know, so those are the questions here. And so I'm not going to be breaking out Abigail so she can hang out here with me and just hear me just talk to her. And I'll just talk to her for 21 minutes without her talking back. I can do that. I can do that. For those who know me know I can do that. Okay, so I'm excited about this because we've done this type of thing for the in-person meetings. And what I love about it is it's going to give you an opportunity to get to know 3 people you don't know. I mean, I don't know who I'm going to connect you with. I'm just going to send 3 people over. Whether you know each other or not, I don't know. So it's awesome because you get this opportunity. So now one thing I really stress when we do this type of exercise is that you listen. Please be respectful of each other and listen, because these ladies, all of us, including me, you know, we all can always use some great feed forward. I like to call it feed forward because it's information to move us forward. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to what I was a minute ago, you know? So it's an opportunity for us to be able to help each other. So listen, please listen for the clues that might be able to help them with their 30 seconds. Because the 30-second thing is, you know, sometimes it can be scary for people. I know I spent many years being scared of my 30 seconds because I was in transition for 5.5 years. So every time I'd go somewhere, I'd say like, I'm in transition. Like I got tired of saying it, but it was true, you know? And I was always like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. So I would just clam up and I would just want to just sit there and just say, my name's Linda West, and sit down. And that was it, you know? So this is going to be an amazing exercise, get you an opportunity to meet some other women, you know, we don't know where y'all are from. And thanks for asking, Abigail. Okay. So I'm going to just send people over to the breakout rooms, and You can have somebody in charge or not. It's all up to you ladies when you're over there. But when I get everybody over there, the 7 minutes will start, okay? And then I'll send a message when you have 2 minutes left. I'll send a message when you have 1 minute left. That's when you should just try your 30 seconds. And then I'll say switch. When it's time to switch, the person who is speaking, please stop, even if it's a mid-sentence, because you're cutting into the next person's 7 minutes, okay? So it's going to be an exercise for everybody to see how we make this work. And breakout rooms, you guys ready to go? Oh no, it's asking me how I'm going to do. Let's see, hold on. How many breakout rooms? I don't know, I'll just create. Okay, this is the part I always get a little confused on, so bear with me a second here. Okay, I think I got it figured out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to be, it's going to say you're being requested to join a room. Did you guys get that yet or no? Has anybody gotten that? No. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. This is fun. Oh, this is cool. Okay. I didn't know it did that. You guys, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. It's asking me for room names and it's just asking me to put people in there. So.
You do manually or automatic?
I did on automatic. So should I have done automatic?
Yeah, because then it'll just randomly put however rooms selected. Like if you pick 5 rooms, it'll put us in those 5 rooms randomly at 3 per room or 4.
Okay, well, I'll do that next time. So this time you're going automatic. I mean, okay, you ready? Here it goes. Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yay! I'll see everybody soon. Let's see. Everybody's going. Everybody's going. Everybody's going. We got it going. Uh-oh. Hey, I'm Pat. Cynthia, did I assign you somewhere?
I'm with you and Abigail.
Oh, Abigail, there you are. Okay, is it really loud?
I came to the bedroom.
I got bumped out for a little bit.
Wait, am I in a breakout room? Oh no, I'm not in a breakout room. Oh,
you're with us.
Okay. Let's see.
Either that or we're all just left live in the center. I don't know.
Yeah, we are. So I need to send you, I'm going to send you somewhere else, Cynthia, because if new people come in, I need to tell them what to do and I'm going to send them into a room. So
I can go with her. I don't want to be live on Facebook, please.
Okay. I'm going to send, I can send one of you one place. Okay, hold on. How do I do this? What? Okay, join. No. What is it doing now?
Are we live on Facebook?
Oh, here we go. I see. Here goes. Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, Brigetti, are you going to be able to be on camera, Brigetti? Or on
I'm still here.
If you don't want to be on camera,
I don't want to be on live on Facebook.
Okay. I don't know how to. What I can do, you know what? I can assign you your own breakout room. That way you'll be over there. Is that okay?
I want to be with somebody. I moved. I can be with somebody now.
Okay. Okay, cool. Let's do that then. Okay, I'm going to send you over here. There you go. Okay, Brigetti, hello.
Hi.
So we're doing a different kind of event today. What I'm doing is I've sent people into breakout rooms to network with each other. And so they'll be gone for about 20 minutes. And yeah, so it's an exercise for everybody to get to know each other and work on their 30-second commercial. And then when everybody comes back, they'll do their 30-second commercial. So the question I have for you is, did you want to move into a room or did you want to hang out with me?
Well, I can hang out with you.
Okay. So if somebody hops in, hops in a little bit, what I can do is I could send you and that other person into a breakout room. And then, yeah, so what we're doing is everybody's doing oh my gosh, I've got to set my timer. Hold on a second. That means I got the clock is ticking and they're, let's see, let's say it's been 5 minutes. Oops. 5:30.
I tell you, this whole daylight saving thing has messed up my, just the last few days, just trying to adjust and get used to it, and then, and Facebook and everything else not working according to the daylight saving has just messed things up a tiny little bit. But I think in about a few days or so, it should start settling down.
Yeah. Well, I think some locations change their clocks at different times than others. Have you heard of that?
That's what happens. Yes, I have.
It's so confusing.
I spoke to Mary about it, and so some states started on day X, and other states start on day Y, and some states have decided not to change at all. So it's a little bit confusing. And so what I'm getting on, usually I use what's this app called? Time Buddy. And it's usually very, very, I love Time Buddy. It's usually pretty accurate. But at the moment, with things not having fallen in place everywhere, it's not giving me the exact time. So
that's
a little bit.
That's interesting, right? Because how does Time Buddy keep up with everything?
Exactly.
It's crazy. But yeah, I know eventually it'll get squared away. So I'm looking down because I'm writing down all the names of everybody we have today. Yeah, so what we're doing is so just so you know, I'll share with you what I shared with everybody, is starting in January, we're going to, well, that's so funny. We're going to do the 2nd and 4th Saturday every month at the same time. And then the 2nd Saturday of every month will be some sort of networking event where it's networking only. And then the 4th Saturday of every month, we'll have speakers on various topics. So, I'll bring sometimes I'll bring in some of my mentors, and sometimes it'll be other people. So I'm excited to do it that way because I wanted to incorporate more networking time. And so today we're trying this exercise where we have 3 people each breaking out into a room. They're sharing about themselves and, about their business, and then getting critique or, feed forward from the rest of the other 2 people to work on their 30-second commercial. So just trying something different. Yeah. Like I like doing different things just to see if they work, I like new stuff.
I think that's great. It reminds me of something that I'm wanting to start online. We did cafe conversations a couple of years ago. Real cafe conversations. We used to meet up in cafes.
Okay, like real cafes.
In real cafes, not virtually. Although I'm wanting to now replicate that in a virtual scenario.
Yeah.
But what we did was we used to have a topic, and then we'd have sort of very similar to the breakout room way that you're doing it now. So you'd have 4 people sitting around a table, and we covered all the tables with a sheet of white paper or brown paper, and give each person a Koki pen.
A what pen?
And a what do you call it? Something else.
It's like a black marker?
A marker, yes.
Oh, okay.
Which give each person a marker. So you'd have the topic of the day, and you'd have to discuss that topic around the table, make notes on the paper, and then come up with what you think would summarize or contribute towards the conversation. And then we'd give people, say, 30 minutes of being able to talk amongst each other. And then after the 30 minutes, we would say, okay, time's up. And then one person at that table represents what that table has come up with to contribute towards the conversation, and then feed that back, and then have a general conversation on the feedback that each individual table has contributed.
So does each table then has a different different topic, and how many people per table?
No, it's the same. It's the same topic.
The same topic.
It's the same topic.
Interesting. Okay.
You get to thrash out your views or your ideas on that topic. And then you come up with an outcome of the room on that topic. Like, what is the learning? What is it that we want people to know about this topic as a collective? So it's putting collective minds together on a topic and coming up with a solution or an idea.
Okay, so I just came up with, let me see. Okay, I love that. So I was thinking is, because this is a business, I forgot to start my timer. I'm just guessing it's been a minute. Okay, let me set my timer this time. So what would be kind of fun to do that? Well, how many people did you have per table?
4.
Okay, so what do you?
About 4 per table.
Okay, what do you think of this idea? Is to do the same sort of thing. Are you leaving now? No. Oh, you're just going to eat. Okay. What if we did something where you spent, like the group, say you had 4 people in a room, and they spent 5 minutes talking about problems. Like the problem is. So the question would be. This
is basically what the idea was, and then come up with a solution.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the same thing then, because it could be, I would want it to be like a business related. So then the group as a whole.
This was business related. It was mainly a community of business community and academic community. We were bringing academics and the business community together.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
To come up with solutions to help IT students at the time to get into the workplace. Like, how do we meet? Trying to find a middle ground for academia and the real world, and see how we can create a space where students that came out of academia could contribute, or they'd be more work ready is the word. So for them to be more work ready and be more employable, we had to find a middle ground for academia and the business community, because what was happening is that academia would push out students based on what they think the business community needed, but it didn't meet their needs, and so these graduates were not getting employment because what they came out with isn't what the business community wanted at that time. So we needed to get the two talking to each other and trying to figure out how to make students more employable.
So did you bring the students in as well?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, this was just business people and academia, and what we did was we got business people involved in saying, if you really want the outcome that you desire, you need to become guest lecturers, for example. You needed to contribute to what was happening in the classroom so that you could drive the change.
Okay. I like that. Because where I was kind of going with it for, from my perspective, because I've been toying with this thing in my, like, sometimes you just like, something keeps coming up back here, like way back here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really fully make it to the front yet. And so what I've been toying with is this idea of, because I love collaboration, that's what I do, is right. I collaborate with, I love just bringing people together and collaborating. So I was thinking, how cool would it be to collectively come up with like a different business idea, or collectively do a business idea together in a way where we had, this person uses their strengths and everybody's like equally invested time-wise, and just coming up with like, what's the problem that we want to solve? And then now let's talk about who wants to be part of the solution of this problem, and then just create something. So, collectively, I guess, because I'm heading it, it would be like something that's, kind of like backed by, women action takers, because they're all women action takers. So I don't know, just kind of, I've been toying with that in my mind. what is something that I would want to do with other women to create some kind of solution for some kind of problem. And I don't know what problem and what solution yet. So that's why I was like, this might be a way to come to that conclusion. I don't know. What do you think?
That's quite interesting. I mean, there's a lot of things out there that need solving.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's having the right people to solve it, right?
Correct. And that has a passion. You know, you've got to find people that a lot of problems are solved because people are passionate about finding a solution. So you've got to marry the right people together that share the kind of passion that it takes to solve it.
Right. Yeah. And so that's why I was thinking like this, because I wasn't sure how I was going to accomplish that. But, thanks for sharing that, because that kind of brought like that. This is a potential way for me to get that out of the back of my head and bring it to the forefront, is to put it out
how,
there.
You know, when you talk about something, you talk about something, it creates opportunity.
Yep. Let's say, have you heard the phrase 1 + 1 = 11?
No, tell me about it.
Yeah, so that's where it's like when you have a mastermind, for example. So you're one, I'm one, right? But when you put us together, intellectually speaking or what have you, it equals 11, not 2, because I say something which sparks something in your mind, which then you say it and then it sparks something, and it just keeps going, right? And, depending on who you're talking to, of course, because some people, it won't go anywhere, but that's okay, but that's how the 1 + 1 = 11. It's just like exponential when you get two people together. So let me see.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Awesome. They're coming back. Here they come. I saw somebody had a puppy on their screen. Who had that puppy on their screen? Wait, who had the puppy on their screen for their screensaver?
Oh,
those other ladies are
not me.
Who was it?
I have a puppy too. If I come in,
so Corrine, was it you? No, actually, I don't know. It was a cute puppy. Whatever. Somebody had a puppy on their screen. It was a cute puppy. So we had a couple more ladies drop in while you ladies were out there. Oh, there it is. It was Nicole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cute puppy. I figured it was me.
Is it your puppy?
Yeah.
What kind? It's
not a puppy anymore. He's bigger now. Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle. Awesome. Yeah. So my first, let me see, is everybody back? It looks like it kicked you all out. So you're all here. Yay. Okay. So first
for folks.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. We get a thumbs up for that. Was that a fun exercise? Was it good? We got a hand raised over there. Okay, cool. That's what we want to know. Fantastic. Well, because we always, trying different things. I never know if they're going to work, but if I don't try it, it's not going to work. Right. So maybe it worked great. Maybe it sucked. You know what? If it sucked, we won't ever do it again. But if it was great and you guys got value out of it, then we'll do it again. We're not going to do it every time, but we'll definitely do it again. So did you guys make some good connections over there? Yes. Lorna, question. Thumbs up and a question.
I just wanted, this is some feedback. We all got through our introductions to ourselves. Maybe we were just a group of very succinct women, but we got through our introductions probably in 2.5 to 3 minutes. And my suggestion would be that I think we could have used more time dissecting our 30 seconds.
Okay. Everybody else feel the same way? What's the...
I like the feedback time.
What we did in our group, though, is when a person was done, we actually went more into personal introduction as well. So how did you, get into what you do? Why did you get into, a little bit about background? So we filled that 5 minutes with also some personal stuff as well. Yeah. But good feedback, Lorna.
Yeah. Good feed forward. I love it.
Feed forward. Yes. Feed forward. I like that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, great. So that gives us ideas, because even if we do, and I should say, when we do different sort of networking techniques, that's good information, right? Because how can I possibly know what's going to work for everybody? Because I'm one person. I only know when I get that feed forward. Just like all of us in our business, we should welcome feed forward from people because it's what helps us to grow, to move forward. And I know that, I spent so many years, decades, I spent the first 51 years of my life thinking that I knew everything. And that when people would offer me help or assistance or guidance, I would just like block them because I didn't want to hear it because I knew everything, So what happened was at 51, I started working with a life coach, and she really helped me to open my eyes, my mind, my heart, my soul, and open up everything for all feed forward, because I realized that even though it might not work for me, at least I want to hear it and give them the benefit of the doubt and just hear people, right? So it's been an amazing growth period for me. And sometimes I have to remind myself, when I'm walking into a room, walk into the room with an open mind, open heart, be ready to listen and really hear what people have to share. So with that said, we have 22 ladies. 22 ladies in the house. And so we're going to do 30-second commercials.
Oh, wait 1 second, Linda.
Yes, I'm sorry.
We were first going to give everybody a minute or two to hone their introductions based on the feedback.
Thank you.
With just this, if you guys could do a thumbs up for me, do you think we need 1 minute or 2 minutes? Give me a thumbs up if you think we need 2 minutes.
And then the middle finger if we need one. I don't know.
So 2 minutes?
No, I'm just kidding.
2 minutes to hone our introductions? Okay.
Cynthia's saying 2, but I think she only needs 1. She's further along than she thinks.
I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set a timer, ladies, where just based upon the feedback that you got from the ladies in your group, write down your introduction the way that you would do it when we, hone your introduction. And again, we're not looking for perfection here. One of the things I absolutely love about this group is that it's a no judgment zone. I want to start the timer.
Yeah, and for those watching on Facebook or watching live or watching the replay, do the same thing. Take this 2 minutes with Linda being quiet. I'm going to be quiet for 2 minutes. So Brenda, let me know when I can start talking again.
Okay. Okay. Are we ready?
Hey, 2 minutes is 2 minutes, whether you're ready or not. We're gonna jump in. Let me see if you need one more exposure of your product, send me a message. Okay, so I put, Abigail does have to head out. She's gonna listen to us on Facebook. So I put her connection information, her Facebook, if you wanna connect with her on Facebook. So there's a link in there. Okay, so next up, I'm super excited to get into this. This is a lot of fun. I got an opportunity to connect with Brigetti because she came in a little bit late. And so I got a connection with her. So that was awesome. Brenda, you want to explain the 30 seconds, the timing and all of that stuff?
Timing cues. Excellent. Yep. So you guys are going to want to make sure that you can see me in one of our, I like to call them the Brady Bunch squares here for Zoom. And we're going to have 30 seconds. And so here's our visual timing. And a lot of groups will do this, you guys, whether you do it here or some other groups. But at 20 seconds, you're going to see this yellow card. And this yellow card is just your visual that you've got 10 seconds to wrap up your introduction. And then at the 30-second mark, you're going to see this red card, and that's your visual that you should be done with your introduction. So if you're finishing up a sentence, you can do that, but not anything past that, okay? And again, the purpose of today is really teaching you to hone it and practice it so that when you show up in this group or even in other groups that, yeah, they may have these visual cues, but you have practiced it and it's tight. And it's amazing when you can show up with a tight 30 seconds, how other folks in the room are like, wow. And that differentiates you from other people. So let's do this. Linda?
Okay. Let's get going. So first up, Brigetti, all I need to know is, are you going to be able to do yours? Because I know she's in South Africa and it's like dinner time over there, but I'm going to come to her next. So Brigetti, if you can just in the chat, let me know. So we're going to start. You ladies ready to go? Is anybody not ready? If not, I'm calling you first. So you don't want to say you're not ready. Okay, so some of the names I might mess up. You can correct me, please. Actually, please do correct me because I do like to say people's names the way they like to hear them. So I'm going to guess this one is Adria. I have like 10 different ways I could have said your name.
It's Adria. It's okay.
Oh, I tried. Okay.
Nobody gets it right. It's fine.
I will next time. Trust me.
Okay. All right. So my name's Adria. I'm a financial services professional with New York Life, and I empower women to join the financial conversation. I found that as women, we really don't get enough of a financial education, and we tend to carry around a lot of shame and embarrassment around money. So I work with women to help them create a purpose and a plan for their money. And if you or anyone you know would like any guidance on how to, manage, invest, or protect your money, I would love to have that conversation.
Perfect. I love it.
Great job.
Brenda and Joyla helped me a lot. So.
Well, great job. I didn't hear it before, but whatever it was before, this was great. Thank you so much. No pressure, anybody. So I wrote down Aaydia, Adria. See, that's all I remember. Okay, so next up we have Joyla.
Well, hello.
I'm sorry, before Joyla goes. So Adria, or everybody, after you're done, go ahead and drop all of your contact information in the chat there, because we can save the chat later and look at it later, and you'll connect with people. I attended an event the other day, and 10 of the 13 people wanted to connect with me. And I was like, thank God for the chat, because if it wasn't for the chat, I wouldn't have known how to reach out to them. So, okay, Joyla, you are up.
All right. Well, hello, my name is Joyla, and I come from an education background, and I've inherited a family financial services business. So I educate people in transition and inquiring, wanting to empower themselves financially. I educate them on how money works and help them become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. So if you're speaking with someone who's in transition or has some questions about finances, please remember my name to them. I'm Joyla Gregory, and I'm a regional vice president with Primerica.
Awesome. So you went 32, just a little over 32 seconds, okay?
So
and that's
good.
okay. You're going to just be able to tighten it up just a little bit, okay? Excellent. Good job.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, next up we have Dr. Emily.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Letran, speaker and high performance coach. My background is as a dentist for 28 years and holding multiple dental practices in Southern California. And I've gone through the training with some of the top industry leaders. I help business owners and entrepreneurs maximize their potential, streamline business, increase profits, decrease stress so they can win back time from work and spend that time with their family, their children, and enjoy their passion. So if you are one of those stressed people, or you know somebody who is stressed all the time, reach out to me.
Okay, you went 33 seconds. Great job.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And don't forget to put your contact information in the chat there.
And I'm always saying how long you went, just so that you get a sense of how you can tighten it up the next time. Okay. It's not a criticism. This was a working session, ladies.
Great point. Thank you, Brenda, for pointing that out. Desiree, you had your hand up. Do you want to go next? You're up. Desiree.
No, I didn't have my hand up. I was clapping.
Oh, you were clapping. Okay. You're up then anyway.
Okay. Let me go to what I wrote. Okay.
You can come on screen. There we go.
Am I on screen? There we go.
Now you are.
Okay. How many of you have ever wanted to have a bag where you could hold your water bottle, your keys, and your phone because everything is all in one place? Well, if this is you, I have invented the perfect product, the Expand-A-Bag. And I actually did not have a name, and I actually like that name, so I might keep it. My bag expands double the size. It can carry your water bottle, your keys, your ID. And also, if you're going to that concert in the park, it has a middle baffle that will allow you to carry 2 water bottles or 2 wine bottles at one time. I am Desi DeSeos on Instagram. I hope to connect with you. Thank you.
Okay, you went 39 seconds, Desi. I love your I love what you're doing. So you're just going to hone it just a little bit.
Okay.
I love the Expand-A-Bag.
Yes, I like that.
How many of you like that name, Expand-A-Bag? Raise your hand, so she can see.
And I love.
Okay. I'm on the phone, so I can't see everybody at one time.
Oh,
I can
okay.
only
Everybody
see
raise
4
your
at
hand
one
again.
time.
Okay, everybody raise your hand again so I can see how many.
Oh,
And I
okay,
love,
a lot. Okay.
I love, Desi, that you shared what the benefits were, the convenience factors for that. So that was a key piece of that.
Yeah.
Can I say something to Desi?
Yes.
2 seconds. Desi, I had heard you talk about your bag for months. And when you showed it last month, I had a whole new thing. So yes, what Brenda's talking about, you need to talk about the benefits. Because when you were talking about a drink holder, I'm like, so what?
Exactly. I never understood the scope.
So yeah, so talk about the benefits.
Yeah, and get
Thank
the visual so we can see that bag, so we can envision ourselves holding that bag. I know you're getting there soon. So,
Yeah, next time I'll bring it. I just signed on late today, but definitely next time I'll bring it.
Okay, you should be
Thank you for the
sleeping with that
feedback.
bag.
I know, right? Thank you.
You're welcome. Awesome. Go with an expanded bag. It was actually 100% unanimous, by the way. So definitely an amazing name. Okay, so next up we have Lorna.
Shoot. There we go.
There you are.
I'm on. Okay. If you're an entrepreneur, and a lot of you seem to be, odds are you've either gotten sued, had a client not pay you, or signed a contract that blew up in your face. You know how painful that is. And if you haven't had those experiences, you will. What if I told you that I had a very economical, safe, and amazing way for you to get your contracts read, your questions answered, issues handled, and even traffic tickets by top quality law firms for pennies on the dollar? That's Legal Shield, and I'm Lorna Rasmussen with Ladies of Justice.
Beautiful, Lorna. About 34 seconds.
Okay, I can shave 4 seconds off.
Yep. Good job. Good job.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Okay, next up we have Sharon.
Do you wish you could push the easy button for your business? That's what my husband and I do. My name is Sharon Uloff. My husband and I are business coaches. We work with small business entrepreneurs in the 4 areas they tend to struggle with most: marketing, sales, human resources, and public speaking, networking. Our motto is, if everything happens for a reason, be the reason things happen.
Beautiful.
She has extra time, huh?
You have extra time. You went about 19 seconds.
Oh, awesome. Hey, if you can say it in less words, bam. Right? Fantastic. Next up, we have Tara. Oh, so you're muted there. There we go.
Hi, I'm Tara McCulley. I am a virtual assistant that helps overwhelmed spa owners and business owners that need business balance with online business management and project management to take their business to the next level by increasing profits and decreasing their time in the office.
You have more time, right?
Yeah, we've got more time. And for some of you guys that have a little of extra time, I would also say, if you've got 30 seconds of real estate, think about, what else makes you unique? What else, thinking about something else. You don't have to always use the 30 seconds, but if you've got 30 seconds, and if you can ask, let people know who you're looking for, what makes you unique from other people, consider a little bit about that too.
Great point. Great point. Awesome. Thank you. Next up, we have Sandra. Miss Amazon. Oh, makes it sound like you're in one of those contests. Like, I'm Miss Amazon.
Do you feel we're living in a disconnected and chaotic world? I am Sandra, a human of planet Earth, living in the amazing Amazon rainforest of Peru, the natural medicine source for our body, our mind, and our spirit. And I'm here to help you reconnect with your heart and with others and the planet through the Win by 4 connections. That means I win, you win, other wins, and the planet wins. So do you want to join me in this journey to be connected with your hearts, with people, and the planet? Please schedule a call with me.
Thank you. About 31 seconds. Great job. Great job.
Fantastic. Okay, next up we have Malika.
Oh, okay. I was giving kudos to my room buddy there. Okay. Okay. My name is Malika Simmons, and I am the creator of the Momentology Method. My mission is to empower 1,000 women to empower 1,000 women to get the pay, promotions, and prestige they deserve without sacrificing their authenticity and losing their integrity. I offer a way to find clarity, build confidence, and act with conviction to live the momentous life they thought was out of reach. I offer one-on-one and group coaching for women who know they can be greater and are tired of the story of less than. Reach out to me at momentuslifenow.com for more.
Excellent. Thank you, Malika.
Malika.
Ah!
That's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
I like a Malika.
Okay, I'm going to remember that now.
Okay.
I like a Malika. Okay, it's programmed.
Okay, so I want to say something about that. You know, I've been taking Forbes Riley's Media Mastery. And one of the things that she mentions is when we're talking about our 30-second commercial, how is our name going to stand out? So Malika, I would recommend, because that's how I remember how to say your name, because you said that to me. Say that. My name is Malika, like I like a Malika, or, you know, like that, so that people will now always remember how to say your name. Because what's one of the, you know, like if you think about it, you know, when we have a name that's a little bit difficult or different, you know, like Adria, I had to spell it A-A-Y, so I will remember next time. But when we have a name that's pronounced potentially a bunch of different ways, people are going to say it wrong. So how can we teach them to say our name right? And so your name is such you know, it's so different, right? I've never seen your name before myself. And the way you introduce yourself, I like a Malika. I mean, it's fun. So you've introduced some of your personality by teaching us how to say your name. You've actually introduced some of your personality as well. So it's actually a good place for you to say that, because now it's setting you apart. So Forbes Riley, she goes, my name is Forbes, like the magazine, right? So she's giving you a way to remember. Now you associate Forbes Riley with an international magazine, but she's not related to the magazine, you know, but still you're going to associate with her with that, and you'll remember her name. So I wasn't just saying just for Malika, but just anybody, like what is some way that people can remember you by your name? And I'm stuck on mine. I haven't figured it out yet, but you know, I'll just keep trying to figure it out. So, but Malika, I like a Malika.
Yes. Thank you. And that's just funny. I do that all the time at work, because the first thing I do is usually do it. I've never thought of doing it in the 30-second pitch, but that's awesome. So thank you.
And you'll never have to correct anybody again.
Probably not true, but that's okay too.
Let's manifest that.
That's right. That's right.
So Lorna says, I'm Lorna like the cookie. Like that.
Right. Listen, I don't care how you say it. Just spell it right on the check.
That's the beauty of PayPal, right? Like we don't have to worry about how they spell our name.
Exactly.
Fantastic. You're welcome. So next up we have Cynthia, karaoke buddy. Cynthia attended karaoke last night. Sherry did too. It was a lot of fun.
You got me singing like that.
We did virtual karaoke. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I have to thank my room buddies that were in the breakout room, because they helped me craft this. So, all right. Ready? Okay. Well, I'm here to help you have a paradigm shift. Most people think that happiness comes when you are successful, but I will prove to you that when you are happy, you will be successful. I'm Cynthia Peel, founder of Joyful Balanced Mompreneurs. I help Christian mompreneurs experience more joy and balance in their lives. I help them become more courageous and implement organized plans of action to overcome challenges and limiting beliefs that have been holding them back in their business, and help them get to the next level in their lives.
Excellent.
Oh.
31 seconds. Excellent.
What was it, 30? 31?
31. Was Marianne in your group? Marianne
and Sharon.
I can see them cheering you on while you were doing your introduction.
I couldn't see
so
them.
proud of you.
They helped me add the first little bit, so I appreciate that very much.
like proud parents, right? Like, oh, there she is. There's our little girl.
Nailed it.
Fantastic. I love it. So next up we have Nicole. Oh, did she hear? Oh, there she is. Okay.
Hi, I'm Nicole Scheffler. I'm known as a true tech diva, dedicated to sparking success for women in tech careers. I love helping women just like me realize an impact in a male-dominated field. I apply my own personal experience trailblazing in tech, studying under Jack Canfield, and hundreds of hours interviewing women on my 2 award-winning podcasts to give you results. My hot masterclass in speaking empowers women at all stages in their tech careers by translating proven success principles to help them find their passion, set goals, and boost their daily contributions in a digital world.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. About 34 seconds there, Nicole.
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Okay, Latara, if you can in the chat, let me know if you're going to be able to speak when I come up to your name there. Okay, Sherry, you're up. Another karaoke buddy. Oh, you're muted. We can't hear a word you're saying.
Okay, sorry about that. And I have to thank my breakout room mates also for this. I help families create a safer and healthier home by showing them how to convert their household to natural, non-toxic products. If you worry about toxins in your home, like I do, wouldn't it be great to have a guide to help you? Well, here I am. Let's chat.
Great job. Wow. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
I want to just say something. Actually, my favorite part of that whole thing was you said, if you worry about this like I do, because now it's like creating that connection. I think that for me, of your whole 30 seconds, like that was like the one for me that really, because sometimes all it takes is a couple words to make that connection.
I have to thank Corinne and Nicole for that.
Whoop, whoop. Awesome.
Thanks, ladies.
I love it. So this was a very helpful exercise. It sounds like pretty much for everybody. So fantastic. So
Nicole did the same thing. So it's funny you guys were in a group because she said like me, and I immediately heard that and resonated with it. So that was awesome.
Yeah, because a lot of times people will say like you, right? But you guys said like me, so that's interesting. So thank you. Next up we have, is it Corinne?
Yes.
I say it right? Okay. Yay.
Hi there, my name is Corinne Wofford, and for over 30 years, I've been a strategic business advisor, providing high performance training and speaking, high performance training, speaking, and mastermind skills for women entrepreneurs that want to achieve their goals, make more money, and create a meaningful difference in the world. I specifically provide help in Be the Difference leadership and negotiation for those that want to stop avoiding, caving in, and giving up profits when they negotiate.
Excellent. Wow, you were spot on. Great job.
Thanks. Who here wants to speed up the process and getting money into your bank account? Corinne is going to help you get there. So we got some applauses going on there. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So it's Corinne, not Corinne, correct?
It's Corinne, but if you call me Corinne, I'm going to be okay, Linda. I will answer.
Okay. Okay. You got it. I'm going to try though. I wrote it down, Corinne with 2 E's. That got me. Okay. Next up, we have Kathy.
Hi, my name is Kathy, and I'm located in the east side of San Francisco. I can help you feel better mentally, physically, and spiritually. I use the frequency medicine, which is a device that you can just put on, turn on, and then relax, just like being inside the therapist's office. I have been in the wellness industry for over 40 years, offering exercise, nutrition, supplementation, and healing. Let's take that journey to your wellness. Call me, or I'll call you.
Don't call me, I'll call you.
Great job. You got about 25 seconds there. Excellent.
Awesome. Awesome. Who wants one of those machines that's going to make you relax? Hello, I could really use that. Okay, next up we have Marianne.
Hold on, let me go find it. Okay. Have you ever heard the saying, it's not what you make, it's what you keep? My name is Marianne Lindsay. As an income tax professional, I ensure my tax clients minimize their tax by maximizing their deductions. Some of my specialties are sole proprietors, landlords, investors, and I have a particular passion for new solopreneurs, helping them get started on the right foot. I love it when I see that aha moment for them. That's it.
Okay.
Great. You were at about 20 seconds there, 21 seconds.
I still have 10 more to go.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but you did.
Well, no, I realized, so I work on it.
Okay. So you can play with it. You can play with it.
Okay.
I have a lot of fun with Marianne. I've known her for years. She's been one of my clients. So you guys will see that Marianne will get a little bit more rubbing than others. So you get to know me a lot more. You'll get more of it too. Okay. Next up is Sophia. Oh, Sophia, are you going to be able to come on? Here she comes.
Hey, me. Hi. Oh, gosh, I wasn't expecting to. Hello, everyone. I joined quite late, so I've kind of been making a rushed version as we've been speaking. So, yeah, apologies in advance. So I'm Sophia Jones. I'm a self-care consultant, and I help busy women to find balance and harmony in their self-care so that they can thrive better and achieve the goals that they have, be it personal, be it professional, and be it internal and external. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, I'm done. Sorry. I just feel like I'm all off the cuff. My goodness.
Talking about being thrown into the wolves, right? So
yeah, I was definitely, and trying to tweak something that I've had from the past and trying to update and thinking, oh, let me add that. So yeah, it's all a bit, but yeah, I thank you for being, for listening.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you guys. This is a great learning space. It's a great collaboration space. So thank you for giving it a shot.
That's okay.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. We got 4 more people. We got 2 minutes, which means 30 seconds on the dot, because I do like to end the meeting on time. But a lot of times we'll do after party. Anybody who wants to stick around afterwards and get to know each other better, please stick around. So next up is Brigetti.
People buy goods and services from people they know, like, and trust. But if people have never met you, then they can't like you and they can't trust you. And so I am a remote live video producer and talk show host that helps you look good on camera and provide a platform that helps you build brand loyalty using live video, and that fast tracks your know, like, and trust. So connect with me. I'm Brigetti Limbanda from Be Live Media. That's Be Live without the E, because it's a play on my name.
Oh, I get it. I didn't know that, Brigetti. Thank you. Awesome.
Love it. That was good.
So next up, we have Risa. Let's see.
Okay. Try not to be too nervous.
It's just
okay.
Girls.
Have you ever had a hurt shoulder, a stiff neck, or a chronic health issue that you'd love relief from? Or if you want to be proactive about your health like me, what if there was something that could help you feel better, sometimes pretty quickly? Well, there is. I'm Risa Lynch, a former high school teacher and certified health coach who now educates people about a new field of science and cutting edge technology called redox signaling molecules, which every cell in your body is currently producing. Redox helps your body detect damaged cells, then get them repaired and replaced so more cells turn over and you have more rejuvenation. I'm looking for women who want to impact people's health in a big way and join me on this journey to share this cutting edge technology with the world. I have to cut it down. Sorry.
Great job. You were at 30. Great job. You were at 38 seconds. So you can.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. Next up, we have Latara. She can't come on video, but she can talk. So Latara, you're up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you could hear me. I don't have video, but I do have the mic, obviously. So here we go. Hello, this is Latara Dragoo with Ideal Marketing Solutions, Inc. Are you an entrepreneur or small business owner who is struggling to pivot, grow your business, and attract customers? I can help you and brand yourself like a billion-dollar company. So again, that's Latara Dragoo, like dragon, but with 2 O's.
Like, okay.
That's
Awesome.
idealmarketingsolutionsinc.com. Reach out to me. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And we got one last one to wrap it up, Brenda Geary, and then I'm going to officially close the meeting, and then you guys stick around. Brenda.
Awesome. So as a result of our products working at the cellular level, our customers lower inflammation and boost their immune system for optimal health and wellness. At my sickest, I was in bed 20 hours a day on 24 prescription medications. I was existing, not living. And because of our products, I'm now prescription free and living a better quality of life. I'm looking for people who want to optimize their immune health. Brenda Geary with LifeVantage. I help you live younger, longer. Thank you.
Well, fantastic. Let's hit a round of applause for everybody. We made it through it. Woo! I wasn't sure if we'd be able to get it in at the 12:30 mark, but we did it 12:31. I went 1 minute over. I'm so upset, but I'll get over it. But first of all, I want to thank everybody for being here today. And I want to share that we do have the Women Action Takers Summit taking place next Saturday, November 14th. That event goes from 7:05 a.m. until 9:05 p.m. Pacific time. You can drop in anytime you want, but please, it's free ticket. Go ahead and get that ticket today so that we can welcome you to the Women Action Takers Summit. One of our speakers at the event will be Sharon and her husband, Hank Ulof. They'll be talking about business. It is about business growth. If you want to grow your business, this is a summit you want to attend. With that, I'm going to officially close the meeting out for today, and we'll go ahead and stay on here. I'm going to stop recording.
Actually, remind people how to get the chat before you close it out.
Oh, okay. So, well, I'm not leaving, but wait, let me stop the live. I want to stop. We'll stop the live. KU Live viewers, you got to be attending live if you want to stick around for the after party where all the action really happens. Okay, so if you want to save the chat, I'm not sure if you can do it on your phone or not, but in the chat on the right-hand side, you'll see a button. It says File. There's 3 dots. Just click on Save Chat there. So you should be able to save that chat. And for the after party, we just kind of hang out and talk and get to know each other better, and no pressure. If you want to leave, just leave. If you want to stay, just stay. But make sure you put all your information in that chat so we can continue to connect with each other. I do have a question. I want to know what you ladies thought of this exercise that we did today. Anybody have some like verbal feed forward they want to give? Lorna.
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And I had actually a suggestion that we might want to try at some time.
Okay.
Because of how much it helped me. I've been to speed networking events. This was when they were face-to-face. But I found that my presentation got better and better and better as I sped through the crowd and introduced myself. So it's a way of just saying it over and over and really getting it.
And we will be doing speed networking at the Women Action Takers Summit next week.
Oh, okay.
So actually the first hour of the event from 7:05 to 8:05 is speed networking. So, and then we'll be doing some speed networking also during the lunch break, so there's options to either, go eat lunch, be by yourself. Like some people, introverts like to get away, right? So they can re-energize. I'm not one of those. I can keep going. And I will keep going. So there's different opportunities to do speed networking during the lunch break, or we'll have, someone coming in, her name is Jane War, and something that she does is called selling on the spot. And she teaches people how to sell on the spot. It's a marketplace that she's created, and she's going to be introducing that on that day during the lunch hour. She'll be doing that. What's really cool is I shared a little bit earlier that I attended a networking event the other day. It was Jane's. It was the selling on the spot marketplace. What's cool about it is everybody is there to sell. Everybody knows they're there to sell. So everybody is making an offer. That's the whole idea of it, is to make an offer to the people who already know that you're here to make an offer. And what ended up happening is there were 13 people in attendance, including myself. She said normally there's like 20 to 30, but this time there were 13. Of the 13, 10 were interested in what I have to share. So that was really cool. They do make connections. And in addition to that, so that was just my experience. Other people had the same sort of experiences as well. People were there to hear what you have to sell, and they might be interested in buying. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about that, about the selling on the spot marketplace, let me know, and I'll go ahead and connect you. I got to get all the contact information because I don't have it off the top of my head. I didn't think I was going to be talking about it today, but it's really, really awesome. I loved all the engagement. Would like to get in on that. Do you have a link for the event? Yes. So I'll get that link. Definitely, Latara. Then thanks, Lorna, because I thought speed networking would be, I've never done it myself, but I did speed dating. Actually, I was married at the time, but I did it because this friend invited me. She's like, will you please participate because we don't have enough people? I'm like, really? I'm married, So it was really odd, but I did it for her because she asked me to. She actually begged. She didn't ask, she begged. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. But so any other feed forward about that session? I'd love to hear it. Joyla.
Yes, I wanted to say that I appreciate the environment of love and acceptance for people today. So I didn't feel any condemnation, even though I may not have felt very prepared for what we did. I felt that I was accepted and people actually wanted to know about me. So thank you all for that.
Fantastic. Thank you. I love that. I love that. Everybody else had that sort of feeling. That's what I like. One of my missions is to create that kind of environment that people do feel welcome, and the reason for that is, it's like we talk about our why. What's your why? What's your why that you do what you do? Well, why do I bring people together? Well, first of all, I love it, right? But why do I create a judgment-free safe zone? The reason for that is because I grew up in a very judgmental household and I felt judged all the time. And what that did is that caused me to have a lot of fears, that caused me to become a people pleaser, that caused me to have a lot of anxiety. And I didn't like living my life that way. So when I was 51, I ended up hiring a life coach. And my life coach helped me through a lot of those issues that I had. And what I discovered is I had all this fear of judgment. And guess what? I was an extremely judgmental person. I wouldn't have discovered that, I don't think, without her help. She didn't say, you're a judgmental person. She didn't say that, but just by the questions she asked me helped me to come to this realization that I was judgmental. We are what we see, right? Well, whatever environment we grow up in, we become that until we decide to no longer be that. And it's really a decision. So I made that decision and I said, from this point forward, I'm going to be non-judgmental. Well, that was kind of a silly statement because I'm human. I still have judgments. We all place judgments, but it's what do we do with those judgments once we discover or come to that realization that I'm judging someone. So I can now quickly recognize that I'm judging somebody. And I say, come from a place of compassion. You don't know their history. You don't know what they've gone through. Come from a place of compassion. And so that's what I do, is to move myself out of that judgment state of mind into a compassionate state of mind. So because of all that judgment I experienced, because of me being a judgmental person and moving out of that into the person I am today, this has all been within the last 6 years. But moving into that, I realized that I wanted to create a judgment-free safe zone because I don't want to be around judgment. So what's been amazing is like what I manifested is a group of women like this who also want to be around people who are not judgmental. So what happens? We come into the group, we're non-judgmental, we create a safe zone. So what I did is I said, this is what I want. And I ended up creating it. And somebody actually, I saw that in the chat earlier saying, we create our environment or something like that. I saw it in the chat. And it's true, Cynthia. Yeah, we create what we want. Sometimes we create something, we don't really want it, but we created it anyway. So we have options, we have choices to change our life, to change the way we're running our lives in order to live it the way we want to live it. So we create it. What do you want out of your life? So 6 years ago, I worked with my life coach. And after I was done working with her, one of the things she had me do is to figure out what type of life do I want to have? The perfect day. Maybe you've heard of this. And it's an exercise, writing out your perfect day. When I wake up, I feel like this, I do this. So you really walk through what's a perfect day to you. And I realized that I want to have as much fun as possible in my life, for the rest of my days, till the last breath I take. I want to have as much fun as possible, hanging out with positive and uplifting people who are making a positive impact on the planet. I made a verbal declaration out loud in front of other people that that's what I wanted. And I kept on making that declaration out loud to myself on a regular basis. What's happened is I've created that environment. I'm surrounded by positive, uplifting people who are making a positive impact on the planet. And it's the environment that I've created for myself. And guess what happened? A lot of the negative people in my life just kind of started disappearing. And I was okay with that because I realized with 7.3 billion people on the planet, I don't need all of them in my life. I just need the positive ones in my life. So
True.
so it's been an amazing journey.
I want to dovetail on what you just said, because as you were saying it, and even some of the things that women are putting in on the chat, so I was thinking about the fact that there's an alignment. So I loved hearing the word joy and the word happy, right? So a lot of when people were given their 30 seconds, they were saying things that resonate with the person that I am, right? My favorite word is gratitude. My favorite human emotion is gratitude. And so that's how I present myself, I believe. And so you are what you attract, and you attract what you are. And you just kind of said that. And the other thing I wanted to say is that when you said speaking out loud, I literally had this conversation with my husband last night, because we were talking about the power of the tongue and the power of speaking over your life and speaking things that you want to be in a fruition. And sometimes it sounds silly and hokey, but my favorite example of this is I was looking at my computer screen going down that Google rabbit hole that we all go down, and I came upon the George Washington University's they have a program for women, right? For executive women. And I said aloud, because I talk to myself in my office all the time, I said aloud, that's who I want to talk to. That's who I want to empower. Like, I didn't even want to join the group as a participant. I wanted to teach the women. Said it out loud. The director of the George Washington University Executive Leadership Program reached out to me on LinkedIn and said, I'd love for you to come speak. I'd never spoken to the woman before a day in my life, did not know her. I'm scrolling through my LinkedIn connections trying to figure out how in the world she got to me. I called her. She was in Japan at the time. She was just like groggy answering the phone. I was like, I'm sorry, I just have to know, how did you get my information? And she said, oh, so-and-so, I think someone referred you. And then she went back in her email and she's like, no, that's not it. I have no idea how I got to you.
Wow.
I said out loud that's the way. And I mean, there's no other explanation on the planet for that. So I just wanted to kind of put a little bit of background to what you just said, and that we are creating our existence every moment of the day. That's the way I live my life. And the more intentional I am about it, the more it comes back to me. So I just wanted to share that.
Oh, that's
congratulations! You manifested your desire. And
I did, and that's
what all women have.
Exactly. And I mean, that's not the only time, but that's one of those, because a lot of times when you tell manifestation stories, people say, oh, well, that's just you, or that was a coincidence. I'm sorry. The director of the program that I'm looking at on the screen a week before, there's no way other than manifesting that into my life. So anyway, I just want to share that. And I share that because I believe that these women, all of you, we kind of have some similar alignment there. And so it helps to pour into other people that have the same, energy that you do. So.
And you know what's cool about it? Lorna says she manifested her home in Costa Rica. What's really interesting about it, right, is you think about that, like what you manifested right there. And we manifest, frequently, right? But when we manifest with intention, like you didn't even have intention, you had intention, but it was more like I put it out there and you didn't take any action. One of the things, like you didn't have the action to make it happen, but it came to you. So imagine how much more we can have in our lives when we're intentional with what we want to manifest. I know a lot of people who are very intentional with their manifestations. I haven't been to date. I'm not going to say I'm not, because just because I haven't been to date doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. But I've had some really amazing things happen.
Right.
Just because
I
want it.
It's not directly related though, because you just said I had some amazing things happen. So we think that the recompense is going to come in the place where we put it out there. And that's not exactly the way it happens, right? So because that's why radical acts of kindness are so awesome, because you are good to people generally, right? It doesn't have to be all the time. Sometimes I pay for people's tolls behind me. Sometimes I pay for a cup of coffee for someone. Sometimes I do things. I don't do it every day, but because you put that energy out there, something else comes at you from a whole different direction that you were never even thinking about it. So a lot of times we're disappointed because we put it in one place, and we expect to get something out of the place where we put it in. So we're looking for it and it doesn't come, and we get disappointed, and we're just not grateful for the times where it's actually coming from different directions. So it doesn't have to be in the same place. And oftentimes it's not.
Great points. Hey, ladies, just hop in. If you want to hop in,
Well, to speak to that same point that she was talking about, I wrote about that in the book that actually the Women Action Takers book that's how we met, was through that opportunity to write that book, the Women Action Takers book. I wrote about inspiration, and it's all about that. When you're open to inspiration, it's about that manifesting. When you're open to those experiences and you're open to having these wonderful things come to you, they truly do. They flow to you at every moment. I mean, you could be going on a walk and looking up and you have these wonderful ideas just kind of pop into your head, and you can have solutions to problems just pop into your head because you're open to them. You're willing to just say, you know, I need this answer right now, and it just happens. When you're willing to walk into a room and you're not walking in there thinking, okay, everybody, what am I going to get out of this meeting? No, what am I going to bring to this meeting? You bring the joy with you. I remember going to a Brendon Burchard conference once, and their lanyards, it had written on there, bring the joy. And I remember wearing those when I would teach. I would go into middle school students, and I was teaching middle school at the time. And I would wear those lanyards because there were some pretty, you know, bad attitudes at the time when I'd go into those rooms. And I'd look at my lanyard and I'd remember I was bringing the joy with me. And there wasn't a face in that room that wouldn't light up. Every time Mrs. Peel walked into that room, we were happy. And I would tell them, we're having a party today. This is going to be a happy day. And I remember, and it was my responsibility to make sure the kids were happy and they were so excited to be there. And I just feel like it's kind of our responsibility, you know, and I have bad days. I'm not here to say that I'm always happy, because I have bad days and sad days, and just like everybody else, but we can choose at any moment what emotion we want to experience. And so if we're down in the dumps, we can just decide on a happy thought. And we can just decide, you know, I'm not having that today. I want to be happy. And so we can just bring it in, and the inspiration will come to us. So I love that what Malika was saying about, manifesting something to come to you, because you can manifest experiences and physical things, like Lorna got her home in Costa Rica. That's amazing. You can also manifest joy and happiness and wonderful experiences to come to you too. It's just a moment of choice. You just make a decision to be happy.
You know, that's so true, because I practice that a lot. And, sometimes when I'm not feeling so great, and you think about, all the things that you do have and that I'm grateful for, and you just change the way you feel. And one of the things that I'd like to say is, as far as manifesting and always looking for that positivity, it really is true, because like I just met Linda a week ago just by chance. And just the fact that she came into my life, I'm very happy about it, but I'm always looking to be around those positive people. So I'm so glad that, she brought me here just by meeting her. I mean, we met last week and we ended up talking for over 2 hours. It was like, we had known each other forever, is how I felt anyway. But yeah, I am so glad that I'm here and that I get to meet you ladies. And it's been a great, positive Saturday afternoon for me. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I would like to add that we sometimes forget that we are actually all interconnected in an energetic level that we don't see. We don't see these connections. So things actually don't happen by chance. There are causal relationships that are meant to be when you decide that you want to live your life the way you want to the fullest. If you don't put yourself at blocks of doubt and start by saying, I love me, I love you, you open this door of possibilities to yourself. And something that it's always important to practice is that positive thinking in your mind, always thinking positive. As you said, Cynthia, you can decide to be happy. It's a decision. And positive thinking is actually something that this civilization 1700 years ago in Tibet, they lived based on positive thinking, and they were actually able to create their world as they wanted to create it. And we have to reject any negative thought that comes to our mind and always change it to the positive. If bad things happen, it's for a reason for us to learn, for a reason for us to be stronger. And never take it as a down, actually take it as an upper building a mechanism that will rise you up to be the best version of you every time something happens. And just think positive, and we will be unstoppable. Yeah.
Right.
It was funny because
Robin says, you know, life's happening for you, not to you, you know.
Yeah, it was funny as you were saying that, Sandra. Malika wrote it about the chance thing. It was almost like it was, you know, said at the same exact time.
Right. I was typing and she started talking.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
And as you see my comment, I love me, I love you. I think Barney the dinosaur said that. But so, you know, so yeah, you know, it's interesting as some of you have attended events with me in person, and sometimes I'll sit in the back of the room just so I can talk during the event. And I remember one time we were at an event and people just kept on looking over at us, and it wasn't me, but I was the one that got in trouble. Like, sometimes I don't know, I can't help it. I want to have fun. I don't want to be bored. I want to have fun. So I don't intend to be rude, but maybe sometimes it comes across that way. I don't know.
I have a feeling you would be an awesome travel companion.
Oh my God, not so much.
It would be fun to travel with.
You know, I was thinking that last night because I was on her karaoke party and we were talking, and I was thinking in my head, because I travel a lot, gosh, she is someone that I would love to travel with. I think we would have so much fun.
Well, we're going to do a Women Action Takers, retreat down in the Amazon. Right, Sandra? Where'd she go? I said it and she's not even there.
You know, my son is moving to Brazil this next year. He's going on a mission. And so I'm all for that, because I'd be all excited to go to Brazil.
Well, it's so interesting. When Sandra comes back, I'd like to hear from her a little bit, because, you know, it's interesting. I'd love to know everybody's perspective of the Amazon. Not everybody, but anybody who wants to share. Because my perspective of the Amazon, but maybe I shouldn't say it because she's not there to defend the Amazon. But like, I think of like big bugs and hot and humid and the anaconda, you know, like I think of a lot of like scary things, but she talks about it and how amazing it really is.
She's in Peru, so it's different than Brazil.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that you discover about yourself when you are in an environment that you've considered to be scary. There's a lot of big bugs here. There's scorpions and there's tarantulas this size. And what you do is you just go, oh, in fact, the first time I saw one was that when I was in the Airbnb, and I went up to the French woman who ran it and I said, there's a scorpion in my kitchen. She said, isn't nature wonderful? And now that's when I see these bugs, I take pictures of them.
Yeah. I remember when I lived in the Dominican Republic for a while, my first few nights underneath my mosquitero, mosquito net, I'd wake up and there'd be like lizards and mosquitoes, not just mosquitoes, but there'd be lizards and spiders and different things like on the net looking at me, waiting for me to wake up.
Oh my God.
Just like,
I don't know. I'm itching now. Suddenly I'm itching like crazy.
But you know, it's great to go to other places and really see how your perspective is wrong. In the year 2000, I went with my church on a mission trip to Russia. And when we were in Moscow, we went to, at the time, was the largest McDonald's in the world. It was 3 stories, and they had all these different nooks. And each nook had their version of a representation of different parts of the world. So, you know, for England, they had Big Ben, and for Italy, they had the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and for Asia, which isn't a country, it's a continent, they had the traditional slanted awnings, I guess is what they're called. So you guys, guess what they had for United States? When we walked it, now here we are, there's 71 of us from the United States, and most of us were from San Diego. When we walked into the United States nook, our mouths hit the floor.
Mickey Mouse.
Pretty close. There were a pink Cadillac, like a 1950s version, you know, the big fins and stuff, a pink Cadillac, gold palm trees, a silhouette of mountains, and a big white sign that said
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Our mouths hit the floor. We're like, oh my gosh, is that what they think of United States? I mean, 99.99999% of the United States is nothing like that. Nothing. There, you figure the size of it. So Sandra, as you came back, we were talking about our interpretation of what we think of the Amazon. So I was just telling them what the Russians think of United States.
Yeah, I'd love to hear, because I was talking to Sandra last week, I think it was, about, the Amazon, and we were talking about, how different people see it. And so I'd love to hear her perspective, because she's been there for several years, and, she's trying to save the world by saving the rainforest. I mean, how cool is that? How many people do you know who are doing that? I only know one.
Where are you from, Sandra? I thought you were from there. Where are you from?
I was born in Lima, the capital of Peru.
Okay.
But I moved here to the opposite side of the Andes. You have the coast, the huge Andes mountain, and then you have the Amazon rainforest. And I moved here about 12 years ago. Madre de Dios is the region, Mother of God, the translation. Actually, it is because in the early 1900s, it was the time where Spanish, English people came to this part of the world to take out mahogany, rubber, and all the natural resources they could, gold as well. And probably what they say is that they were on the river, on the Madre de Dios River, Mother of God. They were on the river, and they saw the Virgin Mary kind of manifest to themselves in the water and the sky, and that's why they call it Mother of God, the whole region. And I know that the Forbes made me realize this, Linda, the fact that people connect the Amazon rainforest to the movie Anaconda or to the movie Piranha, and it's this very scary, like a mysterious place where everything is going to eat you. Well, that's far away from the truth. I mean, there's definitely cases of encounters with animals, even like poisonous snakes. But in my 12 years, I've had the amazing experience to have animals pass along or next to me, but at a very, animals are more scared of us than we are of them, even the little ones. And I've always felt safe. Actually, I have a 10-year-old son. Because I was diagnosed of diabetes when I was 18, and I kind of carry that with me. I don't call myself a diabetic or that I have diabetes, because that means that I put it in myself. I actually say that I was diagnosed, and every since then I kind of have evolved into trying to not be a diabetic and eat well, take care of myself. So I went to Lima to give birth to my son, but when he was 3 months, against my mother's will, I brought him to the rainforest. And right now I'm in a house in the city, but my lodge is 1 hour downriver, only by motorboat, in the middle of this amazing nature. 300-year-old trees that are like the real avatars of the planet. If you've seen the movie Avatar, it's based on the Amazon rainforest. You'll be walking along this and you'll feel that you're in the movie. These amazing huge trees, and they all are interconnected. The animals, the sounds, the smells. It's really magnificent. Your spirit kind of lights up and you feel re-energized in a way. You realize we're just this small little thing in this amazing huge world that, we can actually learn to appreciate on a deeper level and reconnect with our true spirit and our true energetic selves beyond the material or the physical world. And my 3-month baby came with me. I built the lodge. I have an eco lodge. It's like a boutique hotel in the middle of the rainforest. People from all over the world have traveled to me to stay with us between 2 nights to 5 nights. And we show them what the rainforest is about, to explore and embrace nature and connect to the conservation projects that that are developed in the reserve next to us. We have a rescue center for wildlife, animals that have been taken away from the forest by hunters, by loggers, by agriculturers. They chop a tree or they hunt a mother and the baby is alive. And that animal through the government comes to us. We rehabilitate the animals, put them back in groups because most of them are not solitary. And then we release them back into the wild so they can have a second chance. We do reforestation projects. We just released a little amount because of the COVID was a problem, but baby river turtles that we had protected them in artificial beaches against poachers. And now they were born, and these little beautiful creatures, we returned them back into the wild. And my son learned how to walk in the trails of the rainforest. We don't use repellent. There are mosquitoes, but it's certain times. Oh, and I have to say that there's nothing to be afraid of. It's important for us as humans to leave the cities and come to this type of places, especially the Amazon rainforest is one of the most important, with other biological diverse areas in the world. It's one of the most important places we as a humanity need to protect. It is located in the Peru, Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador area, but it's a planetary area that all humans must protect, because our air, while you're breathing, the water that comes to you, everything has to do with the Amazon rainforest. If it dries out and we cut all the trees, we won't have any more pure air, clean air to breathe. We won't have any waters coming all into the ocean and doing evapotranspiration and having our whole system be filled with water in the planet. So yeah, I definitely, talking with Linda, we said we have to definitely plan once things with COVID obviously dissipate and things become a bit more safe to travel. We must plan a trip here to Peru, not only to come to the rainforest, but also Cusco, Machu Picchu, the Incas land. That's also like an amazing place for reconnecting. I've been there so many times, and just being up there in the highest point in nature with the black sky and all these dots of light turning on, the stars. It's you have no idea the mysticism and the magic of energy that you feel from Earth. And obviously that civilizations that previously lived there and kind of adored, and the mountains were their gods. The water, the rain was a god. There was more of a connection with nature and our planet. And I think we as humans need to reconnect with that in order to not only thrive as individuals, as a species, because as an expert in sustainability and life, because I am a biologist and I've studied everything that has to do with life, the planet will still be here. Everything will still be here. Who will not be here is us if we don't start including our actions and what do we do and how do we do it. If we don't include the factor of am I affecting other people and the planet and nature, if we don't include that in our equation when we do business, we want our business enterprises will not flourish. And I think that just to finish, and I'll leave you, Marianne, to continue. I believe that entrepreneurship is the key. Conscious entrepreneurs, the ones that you're already amazing women that are connected with yourselves and connecting other women to become empowered, and making thriving businesses. We are the ones that have to get connected and start thinking globally to make a difference. Thank you, Brenda. I'll leave you, Marianne.
I think you should do a TED Talk.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. People have mentioned me that I wouldn't know. I would love to, but I'm just, if it wasn't for Linda and other women I've been meeting along the way, I wouldn't start like opening myself like this. I was mentioning to Lorna as well, kind of knows me a little bit from this places we have been, but yeah, I would definitely love to do that. I don't know how. I'm just coming out of my shell as a person that needs to speak the truth, the planetary truth of humans and how we are all interconnected, kind of thing. That message. I'm hoping to definitely spread it out more. And thank you for that encouragement.
Somehow I didn't catch most of that when you did your 30-second thing. So I'm really glad that you did this expanded version, because I had a completely different idea about what you do. And now I think I've got a pretty good idea of what you do. And I applaud you for it. And I don't know the first thing about TED Talks, but I think you should pursue it.
Thank you.
Well, and the thing about the 30 seconds is for us to create curiosity, right? So it's not to fully have people fully understand what we do, but it's to create that curiosity for them to want to go talk to us. So I'll share like how I do my Marianne, give me a little bit of hiss from you, so I'm going to mute you when you're not speaking, okay? I'll share how when I attend in-person networking events, how I start it is I spend about my first 10 seconds of 30 seconds singing. And I do this because song is one of the ways that we connect with people. You know, music is international. It's an international language. It brings smiles to people's faces, whether I'm doing a funny song or a silly song or a very heartfelt song, whatever it is, it creates connection. So I do that because then people are like, I mean, I've had so many people connect with me after networking events because they love what? My energy. And I discovered this about a year ago with my network, with my mastermind. Marianne's in my mastermind, that I discovered that the majority of the people that hang out with me is because of my energy. They want to be around my energy. And I was like, that is such a weird thing. I didn't understand it. And I realized that so many people don't have positive energy in their lives. And so if there's positive energy around, they want to be around that. So when I started just singing, I was here's a little ditty I created, using from The Wizard of Oz, but I would start out my networking. They were like 30 seconds ago. And I'd be like, da 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 da. I would stop myself from sinking when I read this stinking thinking. If I only had a brain, a heart, a home, courage. Fear is the opposite of courage. Then I would go talk about fear for 20 seconds. I didn't even say my name. I didn't say my company name. I didn't say what I did. What I did is I made a connection through music and through fear, because I faced a fear every day for a year. So I have a lot to talk about that. So it's interesting how we connect with people in that 30 seconds. What are we doing to make that connection? We have all these rules. You got to do this, you got to do that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to break the rules, because if nobody connects with me because I'm singing, that's not a person I want to be around anyway. So I just like, I'm so tired of all these rules. And I was telling somebody about a year ago, I was like, maybe it was Latara. And I think she was like, you got to do it. Talking about doing a video on debunking the experts. Because really, we call people experts because they're making money. That's why they're an expert, right? But when we talk about it, I can't remember exactly who it was that mentioned about, it's really not about the money we make, the success that we have in life. Really, it's not about the money we make. It's about the life we live, the connections we make. For me, and connections are important. So if I'm making connections to positive, uplifting people, making a positive impact on the planet, I'm successful. That's what success means to me. So everybody's success means something different. Now, there are a lot of people out there making a lot of money that we want to follow because they're making money. We want to make a lot of money too. We follow the steps that they take, but guess what? It doesn't work. You know why? Because we're not them. They have, quote unquote, the formula. That's the formula for them. It's not the formula for us. So each of us actually has to figure that out. Now, I'm not saying don't follow them, don't listen to them, because I have invested a lot of money following and listening to them. I'm not sitting here in $1 million house. I don't have $1 million in the bank because it didn't work for me. It worked great for them. And that's okay, because I learned a lot along the way, right? So for me, that 30 seconds, I don't want to use that. And I still fall into that trap of, oh, I got to say my name. I got to say my company name. I got to say it. I still fall into that trap. But you know what? The best connections I make is when I don't fall into that trap. Nobody cares what I'm saying when I'm saying my name, my company name, and all what I can do for them. People don't really, they want to connect with you to connect with you. So like I had a call with Risa earlier this morning, right? And it was like an hour and a half. It was a 30-minute call, lasted an hour and a half. There was somebody else. Oh, shoot, I can't remember right now. There was somebody else I met with. It was supposed to be like a 10-minute call. It ended up to be 2 hours, because I make connections, real life connections with people. And that's what, to me, that's success in my life. I don't know why I went into that, but I just did. I never know why I go into anything, but I just do.
My husband used to have a desk right next to mine, and he kept saying to me, why do you keep talking? You keep talking and talking and talking. I said, because the more I talk with people, the more I'm relating and the more I find the commonalities, and we may start in a conversation, have no idea why we're talking to each other, and discover it afterwards. So yeah, you don't understand.
That's so funny. My husband will say something about the cackling of the women. And, it's a common phrase, I think, among men. The women are over there cackling with each other, and it's so funny because we are connecting, right? We're connecting with that. Oh, somebody just hopped off. Bye. I don't know. Oh, Marianne. Okay. But, it's the way we connect with each other. Men, like bro men, they can just like be in the same room and not even talking to each other. And I had a great time with John.
Right.
Checklist.
And they never know anything. I have boys, and they would come home and I'd ask them about their friend. Oh, well, is Brandon, where are they going on their honeymoon? Where are they doing for this? I don't know. What did you talk about? I don't know. But I learned after teaching for 21 years and basically not having time to connect with anybody, I mean, literally not having time, that when I left teaching, I decided that I would have time for my friends. I would have time for people, because at the end of the day, nobody really cares if my house is clean. When I drop dead, like, all that matters is who did I connect with and what are the friends that I have and the people I spent time with. So figuring that out so late in life, I think I was like you, Linda, I kind of figured that out when I was 48, 50, like, oh, this is what's really important. And so now I just make time for that.
I'm just so incredibly grateful for you, Linda, and for everyone in this group, because I've felt alone for a long time, because it's hard to find in my little niche of neighborhood people that understand, that I'm not, there's not a lot of mompreneurs or entrepreneur women around where I am and in my niche of communities. And so I have felt not understood as well. And so now it's so nice to be around other women that, are trying to run a business or just have other purposes. It's nice.
Well, welcome.
It's nice to be able to have conversations with people that are like-minded.
That are trying to do more.
Yeah, I got that for a while when I was doing networking events with Legal Shield, as Lorna knows. But there was a kind of a brohood going on there that I know she talked about a little bit before that I didn't feel real good about, so I stopped going to those events too. So, but that I got a lot of personal.
Come to Ladies of Justice.
I'm getting feedback from you, Lorna.
Really?
Oh, not anymore. It might have been Marianne. Sandra, you saying something?
No, I was saying that I also heard her going away, but she was back now. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just grateful to be able to have found a place now that I feel really comfortable, and you've created a very safe, non-judgmental place, like you said. So it's just nice.
Thank you for that affirmation, because it's always good to know what you're doing, to know if it's working, because I have intentions of what I do, and I hope that they turn out the way they work that way for me. But does that mean it's working for other people? And it only works for the people that it needs to work for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Are you attracted, hopefully, the people you like?
Yeah, that's who I attract, because we attract who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so what this tells me is that, before, because remember I said that, as I'm growing, that as I started saying out to the world, my mission, my own personal mission for the rest of my life is to have as much fun as possible, hang out with positive, uplifting people who are making a positive impact on the planet. So I started attracting those people because why? I started becoming that person. And then the negative people started disappearing because they weren't becoming that person.
Yep.
And now they weren't attracted to me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was like perfectly fine with that, because I don't want to be around those negative people.
Yeah.
Some of them are my family, by the way.
Exactly. But or you just don't have time for them because you're spending more time with those people that you want to be with. Because like you, Cynthia, I realized like when I started this whole entrepreneur thing, and I'd been in the teaching world, and so I just didn't have time for anybody. But when I started this, a lot of the people I thought were my friends I was getting into personal development. And so I was doing this and they were still here, watching YouTube videos of cats and of TV shows, and they didn't want to grow. And I all of a sudden found personal development that I didn't even know what that was for 50 years of my life. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like now I can't read anything except that. And I kept like, and I keep growing and I keep wanting to learn and do better and become differently. And so, yeah, you just end up moving away from those people, but it's hard to find, like I've had a hard time until I joined this company, finding anybody near me that was on that same path. I'm lucky because there's several of us in this little town, because Charlottesville is not that big, that do what I do. So I have some people I can go and see and spend time with. But that's a hard thing. So I can totally understand that. So it's great when you can find people that are on that same page and are on that same train, if you want to call it. We're on the train going, and we've left those other people at the train stop because they didn't get on the train with us. And that's okay.
Yeah. It's been who I've been this type of person my whole life. I've always been kind of out in the weeds by myself, always developing and growing and gaining, I've always been the one that's out getting another degree or another certificate or reading a book or personal development for 20 years now, at least, plus, and then degrees and all that. I'm always growing and growing and growing. And so it's been really hard to keep, friends, because like you said, they like watching YouTube videos of cats or, going off and doing things or going drinking in a bar and doing nothing else or whatever. And so it's nice to find people that are growing with me.
Yeah, it's been interesting for me because I found that I'm not looking for friends anymore. I used to look for friends and have people that I felt like I need to have these friendships with and stuff. And now I'm not looking for friends. I'm just looking for connections. I'm looking for and it's not about business connections. It's about human connections. Like I'm looking for that. Like, Sandra says, I'm a human on planet Earth. I think that's what she said, right? I think that's what it, yeah. So I'm a human living here on planet Earth. And I just want to make those human connections with people that are, like, for lack of a better term, my tribe, right? The people who are the positive and uplifting people making a positive impact on the planet. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I just want to hang out with those people. And I think the term friend it's not a term I really use anymore, because it's just a word. It's just a word. It doesn't mean anything. It's a word we place. And I'm looking for those human connections that every day that I'm alive, I can continue living that positive, uplifting life myself, because I'm surrounded by that. You know what? I don't even know anything about the president election, which I don't want you guys to tell me, but I don't know what's going on. I don't care what's going on. Do I care about who we end up with president? Only, how it affects our country and stuff, but I don't know any of that stuff that's going on. And I'm just not interested. My mom used to say, ignorance is bliss. I used to get so mad at her. I'd say, no, I would yell at her, ignorance is ignorance. Like that. And I'm like, now my mom's right. It is bliss.
You don't know. Yeah,
exactly.
I avoid the political news and all that garbage.
I'm going to have to go. Thank you.
Bye, Lorna. Take care.
Me too. It's been so great meeting you all. And thank you so much for inviting me, Linda.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for showing up. Hopefully you'll show up for some
you.
Future ones, and make sure you get your ticket to the summit.
I would love to. It's the 14th, right?
Yeah.
I've got an event that day.
Is it from well, you're in East Coast. Is it from 10 a.m. until 1 a.m. in the evening?
Oh, it's 10 a.m.
It's all day long.
Okay, so yeah, maybe I'll be able to hop on for a little bit. So I will go check that out. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
I should go eat lunch.
Yeah, right before I leave myself too, I had a question for Sandra real quick. So I'm actually supposed to be in another event right now. I took a break from that event to get into yours, Linda. Sandra, you and Linda, both of you said something about going to the Amazon for some kind of retreat. Are you thinking of maybe going to Sandra's resort?
Yeah.
Was
so
that what you were mentioning?
Yeah. So putting together a Women Action Takers retreat down there at Sandra's resort.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And so your resort, how many people can you accommodate in your resort?
We have 18 cabins. It can be, they're based on double, twin, double, and triple occupancy. so we can get
So it's
up
quite
to,
large.
Yeah. I mean, we only have 2 per room. Yeah, it's 36 people that we can put in there, and smaller groups as well. I mean, it's
very cool.
Check it out in my web. I think I put it in the.
Our goal, of course, is to get the 36, and
it would be good, great to have everyone.
Yeah, I'll probably coordinate it with Forbes Riley. You know, do the event down there and get a full house.
Yeah, she makes the comment. We're gonna be going there. We're gonna be going. So it'd be great to.
Yeah. So awesome. And then Latara, no, it does not. The free ticket doesn't include access to the recordings for the summit, but there is you can upgrade to an all access pass, which will give you the recordings. And that is right now, it's only $67. So the date of the event, it goes up to $97. And then after the event, it goes up to $247. So yeah, so if you want to get the recordings, I would recommend getting the all access pass now. So, and it's just watsummit.com. Melanie Warner, best-selling author training.
That's
the
what,
one.
Yeah, because someone asked me what event am I going back to?
Oh, it was Latara, yeah. Is that the one you're attending, Latara? Which one are you attending? That's the nice thing about Zoom, right? You can hop in and out of different things.
Yeah, I know.
Or you can have one on your phone and the other one on your computer.
Yeah, I guess I could have been, but then I would have been distracted.
I haven't tried that one because one time I had 2 things at the same time. You can have one in mute and participate in the other, then mute yourself and go to the other. From phone to laptop. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what I do is I'll mute and then I'll turn my video off. And
I did that. If I have it on my computer, you can actually screen record. So if it's one that you don't have to like totally be interactive with, if it's just training, you can just record your training, and then kind of participate on the phone. But this, I needed to be participating and present. I'm not going to just kind of be half in.
Well, thank you for choosing us.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. All right, thank you. Yeah, it's wonderful to be able to work on our introductions. I like that very much.
Yeah, we'll do something else the next time. Brenda and I will keep talking about different things that we can do, and I came up with a really great idea. I'm super excited to introduce you guys to everything that we have going on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so
much.
much.
I'm going to head out too. I'm going to go eat some lunch and see my husband before he heads out. So.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Everybody
you.
have a good day.
Latara.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Latara. Get back to your meeting.